the internet jigs up with the camera and it all knows that it's all live. Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily. If you're new here, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Today, I'm going to be doing a huge haul from England. The places we went were London and Cambridge. We went to Oxford as well, but we spent more time in London and Cambridge because obviously London is the capital city and I have family in Cambridge because that's where my grandma is from. And so we did quite a bit of shopping. In England, I feel like we left the most time for shopping compared to other places. So yeah, compared to the other areas of our Europe trip, I feel like this will be the most stuff to haul with you guys, but hopefully you enjoy this video and I'm gonna get straight into it. I feel like I was looking at my face in the camera and I was like, I look a little odd. You know why? It's because I'm not wearing inner corner highlight or like highlight on my eyeshadow at all. I was kind of like, it's a bit smoky looking, but it's because I'm not wearing highlight. Anyway, I'm gonna get started with some items from Glossier. Now, I was very excited to go to the flagship, well, not flagship store, but one of the physical stores for Glossier. And I bought a bunch of stuff. I felt really spendy because it was, you know, it'd just been my birthday. So we went to the physical store in London. However, a couple of the things that we bought were then robbed from me because we went to Rome, and in Rome we were robbed. My bag was taken from us. And so I'm missing some things, but I have the packaging for some things. And then there's another thing that's not in this video because I don't even know where it is. It's definitely in my house somewhere, but it's kind of a mess here right now, so I don't know where in the house. But the first thing I'm going to show you guys is the Glossier London flagship stores. Not flagship, I keep saying this. It's not flagship, what's the word for it? Anyway, it's a Glossier London mug and it's so cute. It's supposed to be like a pinky color, but I definitely think it's more of a purple. Has a red handle and it just says Glossier London on one side, and then it has little icons, like little emojis on the bottom. And then it just has a fancy looking G on this side. I think it's a really cute mug. I like how all the Glossier mugs stack. I'd like to eventually go to Philadelphia and get that mug and then the original mug and stack the three of them. I think that'd be really cute. But for now, I have the Glossier original mug and love it. The next thing from Glossier that I want to show you guys is these are the things that were stolen from us. So I had the balm.com keychain, which my favorite part of this was the carabiner. That's why I bought it, because to have a Glossier carabiner, I just felt like I could stick so many trinkets on that. Gone, because that was on the bag that was robbed. And then this, this is what I was most excited for, the LA keychain. This was so cute. It was literally the little mini flip phone. Gone. Bummer. Really disappointed about that one. If anyone lives in London and wants to ship it to me, I'll pay for the post. What was I going to look for next? I didn't get any like actual like cosmetics from Glossier because you can buy those in person in Australia at Mecca Cosmetica here. I just wanted to get like the Glossier goods because that's like more exclusive in my opinion. I think those were the, how many things did I get from Glossier? Wait, I have like a receipt thing here somewhere. So this is like what you write your order on. I'll show you. You get this piece of paper and then on the inside, you just tick what you want, and I wrote all the bits that I want. So I wanted a passport holder, balm.com keychain, passport book. Oh, so the other thing is the passport book. So I had like the passport holder with a little mini passport inside. Well, full-size passport, but it's like a Glossier one. So those are all the things I got. I did show you all of them. It's just a part of receipts. Anyway, next, what else would I like to show you guys? I think I'll just go into cosmetics from here just because we're kind of in like the realm of it, even though those were like Glossier goods. So I went into Space NK and I was very excited to go to Space NK because especially the Oxford Street store, it was the flagship store. So I got a bunch of stuff from here. Most of it is UK exclusive. However, some of it is just available anywhere. Actually, not all of this stuff is from Space NK, but I'll start off with these actual containers themselves. So these are like the very iconic Space NK like travel cosmetics bags. As you can tell, they are really practical sizes. So this is the largest size. I spent the longest time choosing, then I ended up choosing both. This is the largest size, and then this is the medium size. They also have a smaller size, but that was out of stock when I was there. But I would like to buy it, and I do know that they ship worldwide, so maybe I'll just buy it online. I chose a hot pink color because I'm a pink kind of girl, and it's just like a very Barbie pink. Like there's some Barbie kind of colors up there. You can kind of tell it's like a very Barbie pink. Anyway, I'm gonna open it up. Not all of the things in here is from Space NK, just because I wanted to like pack it full for like sending it back to Australia. So I'll just pull it out and I'll say where each thing is from as I pull it out. Firstly, from the first container, I have 2 High Smile toothpastes. This might seem really, really random. However, High Smile has this hazelnut flavor that I've wanted to try forever because Nutella is like my favorite flavor ever. And I found like all these different High Smile flavors in Australia. I think this is an Australian brand, no? Maybe not. It says UK on it. Wait, Australia on it as well. I think it is Australian, but I've always wanted to try Nutella High Smile. I think I actually found this in the south of France, but then it was in these bags because these bags are England bags, so I'm including it in this haul. I think I found that in Normal Store in Nice. Anyway, actually going into stuff now. This is a fragrance. It's a fragrance oil from Bella Hadid. This is from Aurabella, which is her fragrance brand, and this is the scent Nightcap. This smells really, really gorgeous. I'm actually going to spray myself with it right now. So it just looks like this. And it's like a little geode. I love the packaging. It's really gorgeous. It has a spray applicator, which I appreciate, especially for a fragrance of this size. This is actually quite small in my opinion. Like it's not the full size. I just got a mini because I don't want to commit that much. It's only 10 mils. However, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. It's got quite a chocolatey scent. Apparently the only place that you can buy this fragrance in Europe is in Selfridges. I think I just sprayed a bit on the dolls behind me. You're welcome, Monster High. So yeah, this is the Aurabella Nightcap fragrance. It's so chocolatey. It's got a little bit of spice in it. I definitely felt like this was my favorite out of all the scents that Bella Hadid does. So that's the one I chose. And yeah, I think the packaging is really gorgeous as well. It's just a really gorgeous, gorgeously packaged brand. The other scents in the line were like nice, but they weren't like wow to me. However, that was like definitely a standout in my opinion. I'm now going into the large container and I'm just going to pull things out and speak about them as they come out. I have these 2 products from 17, which I believe is available at Boots. This is the 17 Ultimate Look Finishing Powder in the shade 10. And then this one is the number 17 Melting Cream Blush in the shade Coffee Love. And the reason I chose this these particular products from 17 is because apparently, according to the girls who are working in the store, these are like their best-selling products, especially this blush. She said it's supposed to be a dupe for the Rhode Beauty blush as well. I have the Rhode Beauty blush, so I'm interested to see if they are similar or dupes or whatever's going on. But yeah, I just thought also that it was a very, very pretty shade. So I'm excited to try that one out. I'm actually not wearing any blush right now, but usually I am a over blush. I love having too much blush on. Next, this is kind of random, but it'll suit a later on part of the haul. When we went to Oxford, I got this bookmark. It just says Oxford, England, and it has a bunch of different landmarks from Oxford on it. I think it's cute, and there's little tassels at the end there. But yeah, just like a bookmark. Next, there's a bunch of cards here, which are just travel cards. I'm going to scoop those out. But included in those, I'm not going to talk about Brandy Melville in this haul. However, I did go to the Brandy Melville Chill Since Pizza Cafe, which was a huge like thing for me. I really wanted to go to that, and we did eat there. And we actually also ate at St. George, which I'll talk about later. But these are the stickers from the London's Chill Since Cafe. Next, we went to the Pixie's flagship store, which was so exciting. I believe it's a flagship store. At least it's a physical store for Pixie. And Pixie is a brand that I actually don't have anything from, even though they're available in Australia. You can buy them at Sephora. But in the actual Pixie store in London, they had the Hello Kitty stuff in stock, which they never had in Sephora Australia. It's always sold out. It went so quickly, but it was a collaboration they did a while ago that has now since become like not permanent, but they've just like extended the collaboration. So I got a couple of things from the collection. This one is the Pixie plus Hello Kitty makeup fixing mist. So it just looks like this. It's so cute. So that's what the bottle says, if it's going to focus. And then the actual lid itself is of course the Hello Kitty. I love that. I think it's so cute. And then this one is the Pixie Hello Kitty Hydrating Milky Mist. So that looks like that. And I might actually even take that one to work just for a little pick me up through a shift. Makeup fixing mist. I mean, that's one more for like wearing when you're wearing makeup. I don't really wear makeup at work because I can't be bothered. But yeah, the other one I might take to work and like spritz to like freshen up in the middle of a day. Next, this is from, I want to say Superdrug. And we went to Superdrug and bought a couple of things I'll show you later. But one of them was the Hello Kitty X Starface collaboration. These are hydrocolloid patches, like pimple patches, but these ones are extra cute because they're Hello Kitty. I think I bought a refills pack for this as well. Let me find it. Yeah, so here are the refills as well. So excited to get into these. I actually don't really use hydrocolloid pimple patches much, but I really want to get into them because on this trip when we were in Europe, I had all these blisters on my feet because we were walking like 40,000 steps a day, like so many steps, and my feet were bleeding, they were tired, they had blisters, and my boyfriend introduced me to hydrocolloid patches because he uses them on his feet when they're like having blisters from playing soccer or whatever. And so yeah, this is the back of it if you want to read about the details. But yeah, I'm excited to try this out. And I believe this should come in cute packaging. I don't have a pair of scissors with me to open it up, but I think that the little box inside would be cute. They also have a pink version of this like collection, I think, but I couldn't see it when I was there, and I was not that sad because I was stoked to even see this to begin with, because that's like difficult to find in Australia, if even exists. I don't think it does. This is from M&S, Marks and Spencer. This is a 45-second speedy gloss from Nails Inc. London. I got it because it is a London kind of based nail polish brand, and this one is called Cambridge Calls My Name, which is kind of convenient because we went to Cambridge after this. I bought this in London though, at the M&S, which M&S it is, because I think there's a few, but it was under construction when we were there, if that means anything to anyone. This is a black nail polish, and I don't have a black nail polish at the moment, so that's why I chose this one, because I wanted to get a color that I didn't already have while also trying out this brand. So that's why I went for the black one, and it's called Cambridge Calls My Name, which I thought was cute because, you know, that was our next stop. Other than that, I have a bunch of liners here. These are all from drugstore brands. So I have 3 here from one brand. These are all the Natural Collection lip liners. I have the shades, or what shades do I have even? Cherry Mahogany, Spice, and Mauve Wood. So there's different shades there. They're all just like nudie natural shades. Apparently these are quite good. These were very affordable. Natural Collection is like kind of a more affordable brand at, I think it was Boots. And then this one is another lip liner. This is the lip liner lip pencil from the shade, it's the shade Foxy Nude. It was literally 75 pence, and this was from Primark. There you go. Just a Primark lip liner, and I think the bottom of it, does it twist or come off? Well, it better, I hope so. The bottom of it looks like it could come off. I'm hoping that it does. I love when they either twist up, or when they twist up, there's a little sharpener on the end so that you can like make the tip a little bit more precise. Next, I have some more things from other drugstore brands. This one's from 17. This is the Second Skin Enhancing Concealer. I got the shade 001Y, which I'm hoping has a yellowy undertone. I think this will suit me, even if it looks a little light for me right now. I'm a bit tan right now. When it comes around to the winter time, I'm hoping this works well. And I also feel like if I'm going to err on either side of like a shade when it comes to concealer, I'd rather go a little lighter than a little darker, because in concealer you can always like, I don't know, I'd rather it be brighter. So yeah, concealer. And then I also got some things from Sleek, which is a English brand that used to be really, really popular on YouTube. People used to talk about it all the time. I feel like people don't really talk about Sleek anymore, but I was excited to see Sleek in person. This is the shade Feeling Like a Snack, and this is one of the blushes. And then I also got the light face form contouring palette. So this is like a face palette that is in the lighter shade. What is rattling around in there? That kind of scares me with that sound. Oh, there's all this plastic, like sticky packaging. These stickers, they make it really difficult to open. Even if you have no nails, like I don't have any nails right now. Like I don't have a set of nails that's making it more difficult. And I just find this kind of packaging really difficult to open. Oh my gosh, there's powder on it. I really hope this isn't broken. It's not, thank goodness. So this is supposed to be a dupe for, let me cover the camera, otherwise it'll brighten too much. This is supposed to be a dupe for some NARS products. And back in the day, this used to be a really popular dupe that people were using. So yeah, I'm excited to have this little Sleek trio. I think it's really cute. It's got like a little blush, bronzer, and highlight. This is also a vegan brand as well, which is super fun. I think that in the, I feel like in Europe in general, people are a lot more caring. Well, not that people in Australia don't, but like in Europe, I feel like there's a lot more vegan food and stuff. Australia too now, actually. I don't know. It's out of all the places that I've traveled, there were a lot more veggie options in Europe compared to like other areas that I've been. So I felt like a lot more vegan stuff around, a lot more veggie food. I'll show you what the shade Feeling Like a Snack looks like. I wanted to get one that's most similar to NARS Orgasm, just because that's the kind of shade I'm into. And this was the closest I could find. Something about this little packaging is so cutesy. I really like it. And this is what the shade looks like. It's probably a little brighter than NARS Orgasm, but honestly, it's pretty similar. You won't be able to see. Oh yeah, you can. There's that slight golden like reflect through it, which I think is really pretty. It's just a little shimmer. It might be just a little bit more powerful, a little bit maybe deeper. Maybe it's closer to NARS Deep Throat. I'm not totally sure, but a really pretty shade nonetheless, and definitely something within my personal preference, because I prefer like a peachy pinky kind of shade for a blush. So that's that. Next I want to show you guys some other bits that I got from the Space NK. So these two are from a brand called Vive, which had gorgeous packaging. These are created by a girl. I can't even tell you everything about it because I need to do a bit more research. But it's made by a girl who's an influencer, and she started this brand herself. And Vive has like really gorgeous cosmetics, and this packaging, it just looks really, really nice. They had really gorgeous eyeshadow palettes. They had nice like just everything. If I could, would have bought everything from this brand because it looked really, really gorgeous. But obviously I was constrained by like not only money, but also space in the packages and stuff that I was taking back. So I only bought 2 things, which were the most recommended to me things. I got the full size because the lady at the store said, like, you got to get full size. These are so good. The first thing I'll show you guys is the primer. This is the Instant Radiance Primer. Apparently, it's just like the best primer ever. It's so perfect, apparently. I'm keen to try it out. And then this one is the Vive Invisiveil Setting Spray. Apparently this is like incredible. So yeah, excited to try out those products. Heard lots of hype about them. I don't actually know anything about the influencer that created that brand, but hopefully they ship to Australia. If I like those, I might want to get into the rest of her products. So hopefully her brand ships worldwide. Also from a, not influencer, but a known brand. This is from About Face, which is Halsey's brand. And this is a holographic eye paint in the shade Rebirth. I love a good like scarab beetle kind of esque shade, and this has that blue green reflect. So yeah, this was an obvious choice for me. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, got that one as well. And then here are some more random bits. This one's from Pixie. This was also from their Hello Kitty collection. This is a water resistant eye pencil. So I believe it's just like a gray kind of eyeliner, kohl kind of style eyeliner. Is it gonna focus? Come on, come on. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna focus. There it is. No? Oh, whatever. It's a Pixie eye pencil. And it's got the Hello Kitty packaging, and yeah, this is in the shade London Fog as well, which I was like, we're in London, it's really cute, and it's called London Fog, I'm gonna get it. But it's really cute with a pencil. I'll show you. The actual packaging is so cute because it's like this kind of London foggy shade, I guess, like a shimmery dark gray. But the packaging has little endlessly silky eye pen Pixie Plus Hello Kitty with a little bow. Get out. That's so cute. Love it, love it, love it. Excited to get into that one. I've kind of been in the mood for like a more kohl eye pencil recently, so keen to get into that. And then this is from the drugstore. I got this one at Boots. I have wanted to try this for so long because I've heard so many good things about it. This is from the No. 7 Pro Artist Collection, and this collection looked really, really good. Like all of the different products in the No. 7 collection were interesting to me. I can totally imagine that if I lived in England, this would be the kind of this would be the kind of brand that I would be shopping at all the time. Just because it's like, it's kind of pricey for the drugstore, but the products look really, really nice. It's kind of that higher end version of drugstore products. So yeah, luxury drugstore, if that makes sense. But this is the shade Light Glow that I got, and it's just a cream bronzer. I heard so much hype on this online. Apparently it is as good or better than the Chanel one. So I'm really excited to get into this. It is the, Pro Artist Soft Glow Cream Bronzer from No. 7. Love the packaging. It's really luxe. But yeah, this whole collection, honestly, the No. 7 Pro Artist line says bring out the artist in you. It all was very, very luxurious looking. The brushes looked really nice. The blushes also looked nice. The concealer, the foundation, the powder, it was just a really luxurious line. It looked really, really gorgeous. Next I want to show you, this is from, I think it was Superdrug. This is a limited edition Emily in Paris Rouge Romance Vaseline tin. I got it because we'd just come from Paris, or we've been in France previously. So I was like, oh my gosh, Emily in Paris. I'm Emily and I was in Paris. So I got that shade. And I think it's going to have a rosy scent. And then also from Superdrug, I'll show you guys some other bits. We also got like a face wash while we were there, and it was actually really, really good. We used it up on our trip, but it was just the Superdrug home brand kind of salicylic acid one, and it was really decent. I got 2 setting sprays from Superdrug when we were there just because they seem to be their hero product. This one is the You setting mist. I also got the mattifying version of this setting mist. However, the spray nozzle, like the part, this wasn't functioning very well on the matte version, and so I actually emptied the bottle, like I opened it up and decanted it into my Tier setting spray bottle because I just used up my Tier setting spray, and the spray on that was still working fine. And the one that I just bought of the Superdrug version, like the Superdrug setting spray, was not really working very well. So I just swapped the bottle. So I don't have that bottle to show you because I just binned it when I emptied it. But that setting spray I actually have been using heaps. I'm almost out of it because I've been using it so much. I did really enjoy it. I do feel like it's quite mattifying. Like it really does set down the face and give a matte finish. However, the thing I didn't like about it as much is it did feel a little dry at times because it is such like a drying setting mist. It is so matte. And the other thing I didn't love about it is also the setting mist, when it was wet, and I do spray a lot of setting mist, but if it was damp and it got in my eye and like any of the setting mist dripped down into my eyes, it was very, very painful. It would sting. And excuse me, not every setting mist I feel like stings my eyes as much as that one did. So I'm not sure why it did, but it did. Anyway, I'm still excited to get into the You version, which is the dewy version of that setting mist. Another thing I also got from Superdrug is the Vitamin E Skincare Hydrating Mist. I just saw a girl on TikTok spraying this all over her face and like using it as a refreshing mist. I'm thinking of leaving this in my locker at work just for a mid-shift refresh. I think that is a really kind of fun product that I like to use when I'm at work because, I don't know, I just like a little zhuzh in the middle of the day. Post-lunch little, okay, let's get back to work. That kind of feeling. So I like using mists like this at work. So yeah, keen to use that. Another thing we got at like a Boots or a Superdrug, I think it was Superdrug. This is the Dove Body Love Summer Revived Gradual Tanning Mousse. Honestly, they had so much self-tanning stuff in Superdrug. I was blown away. They had like an aisle full of it. It was incredible. This was from the Superdrug in Oxford, by the way. Anyway, yeah, I just had so much fun browsing the aisle and seeing all the different self-tanning brands that were available. But the one that I already knew before we went to England that I wanted to try was the Dove Gradual Tanning Mousse, just because I have tried the Dove Gradual Tanning Lotion in Australia because that's like a regular product that's available here, and I really, really like it. And I also kind of like the scent. I started using that when I was in high school, so something about it's kind of nostalgic, and this has a very similar scent. But I thought this was cool because it's a mousse. So I really wanted to try this, and it's been on my list forever because they don't sell the mousse version in Australia. So I was stoked to pick that up in England. Bit of a random thing to like be excited for, but I was very excited for it. The next thing I want to show you guys, this is from Primark, and this is a pack of 150 individual lashes. I'm a big fan of a big strip lash. However, I haven't really gotten into the art of an individual lash, and I see girls doing it online and they seem to do a really good job, and it looks so like natural or like customizable, and I just really like the vibe. So these ones, they have 8mm, 10mm, and 12mm. So some slightly longer lengths there, but not really the longest, because honestly, when I go to my favorite like Lash Tech, when she does my lash extensions, I always ask for 200mm. Wait, that's not, I always ask for 20mm, so 2 centimeters. I like a 2 centimeter lash, and these are like 12mm, so it's a lot shorter. But I think that's a lot more realistic for me to be able to do it myself. But like at the end of the day, I like a big lash. So we'll see how this goes. This might be a little too natural for me. We'll see how it turns out. Another thing I got from Primark is this brush. This is a contour brush. It's really, really nice, actually. I like the style of the ferrule and the handles. It's very reminiscent of Hourglass. I found that a lot of the Primark items were dupes. Like they had a lot of Charlotte Tilbury dupes. They had a lot of I don't know, just dupes of different brands and stuff. So yeah, I wanted to pick up a brush just because I wanted to try out their brush quality. Something about it seemed interesting to me, and I picked up this one because it matched my Hourglass set, because I brought mostly Hourglass brushes with me on that holiday. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this. I honestly think it's very, very high quality. There's not a huge amount of difference between this and Hourglass, and I have both, and I've compared the Meerkats. Just choose based on your price point and honestly your brush style preference. You might prefer a more domed brush that Hourglass makes. You might prefer a more, I don't know, angled brush that's packed in this certain way that Primark makes. I think it just depends on the style of brush rather than the actual bristle, because they're all soft. Two other brushes that I got that I was really, really excited for were these brushes from Refi. I hope I'm saying the name right. I saw these all over Pinterest, and I've seen so many girls using them in tutorials and stuff. But Refi is not available at Mecca in Australia, which it kind of surprises me because it feels like the kind of brand that would be available at Mecca. They're both dual-ended brushes. I can't tell you the names of either of them anymore because I've thrown away the packaging, but I used them to death on this trip. I was really enjoying using them, and they've cleaned up really, really well. Like, I was really thoroughly beating up these brushes on this trip, using them very heavily for multiple days without washing them, really caking them up and then giving them a really rough wash. And they've held up really, really well. They're very, very soft. The bristles are very nice. They've kept their shape. And yeah, I totally recommend these brushes if you are looking at them online thinking, should I give them a go? They didn't get scratched up. I thought they would get really beat up because I like threw them in a bag pretty roughly, and they were like rubbing around with a bunch of other brushes that I brought from Hourglass that are a slightly different kind of finish. The Hourglass ones, this is kind of like painted on, I feel. Not painted on, but like if I really scraped, I feel like I could scrape off this label, or I was worried that I would, but they didn't. Whereas the Hourglass ones, I don't know, they're kind of like printed on differently. I'm not really sure how they make these brushes and stuff, but they lasted really well. I thought they wouldn't, but they did. Anyway, let's go into the next thing, which is, I guess it's going to be a bunch of stuff from Oxford University. Yeah, okay. So I got this pin from Oxford University. We went because, I mean, I wanted to see what the university looked like. It's very famous, and Harry Potter was filmed there, which my boyfriend likes. I mean, I like Harry Potter too, but I didn't like watch it when I was a kid growing up, so I don't have that same like nostalgic feeling, but I do think it's very iconic and stuff. So this is a notepad from Oxford University. I also got these two key rings from Oxford University as well. This one is just like a big shield, which I think looks quite nice. And this one is a key. I got both because I wasn't sure what kind of style of key ring would be available at Cambridge University. And so I wanted to get one that matched whatever I would get at Cambridge. So yeah, I just got two, and I thought whatever I find at Cambridge that matches, that I wanted to have like little two of them as a set. So this is what I got at Cambridge Uni. I like this in this little Union Jack bag. I do have a preference for Cambridge after seeing Oxford and Cambridge, not only because my family lives in Cambridge, or like near Cambridge. They live in a little like town next to Cambridge, but essentially it's Cambridge. The reason I think Cambridge looks better is I think that the water going through the middle of Cambridge, the river, is just much nicer than Oxford. I don't think Oxford is bad. I don't think it was really gorgeous as well, but having the river through the middle was really, really gorgeous. And we went punting and stuff, and I just thought it was prettier. So first of all, I got some pins from Cambridge as well. So these ones are both of the shields. So we've got the classic look, and also the university's color is like teal. So one of each of those there. And then also I got key rings. I got one of each, but I do feel like the key matches the one from Oxford most, and this one's a little bit different. I'll show you what I mean. This one's also cute because there's a little like bike there, and everyone rides bikes in Cambridge, which is really cutesy, and I think my grandma will appreciate that. But see how this one is like long and it's on a thing? I just feel like these two don't match. So yeah, I'm glad that I got both because I don't feel like this is totally matching. This is like that on the back. So yeah, definitely not matching. These ones are the ones that match in my opinion, and yeah, it makes sense if you see the back as well. They're both from Elgate Products, like the company says on the back, but that confirms to me they're both made in the same spot, really. Yeah, these ones are much more cohesive when you look at them together. Get what I mean? Yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't find like matching ones of these two, but oh well, don't really mind that much. Next, I have a patch from Cambridge Uni. I'm not sure where I'm going to stick this on, but I have a bunch of patches and I just kind of hoard them really. Maybe one day I'll get a jacket and stick the whole lot on at once. I got a bookmark as well because obviously these guys are universities, and I thought that it'd be fun to study with a bookmark from Cambridge University. And then also I got a notebook. However, I got a large one from Cambridge compared to the one from Oxford, just because I do have a preference for Cambridge. They did have smaller ones as well, but I just have a preference. I like the way this looks. I got the most traditional looking one that I could. I'm thinking, should I use this as a diary or should I just use this as a notepad? Because I don't have a diary yet for next year, and I could make this my diary. It just has lined pages and then like the little date and memo number at the top. It's kind of cute. It also has the days of the week and like rain, hail, shine. What does it say? Sun, partial sun / cloud, or an umbrella for rain. Yeah, so this might become my diary next year, or it might just become a notebook for something else. I feel like it should be a notebook for something studying related if I do use it as a notebook. Otherwise, a diary is super practical for me because I use my diary heaps. I'm a big fan of a physical diary. I don't know, it's kind of vintage. Some of my colleagues have a giggle about it because it's like, we'll be at work and, you know, it'll be like some free time and I'll just pull out my physical diary and quickly write my roster into my physical diary. I just don't like using a diary on my phone as much for some reason. Anyway, the last thing I think I have to share with you guys from Cambridge is I got a Cambridge uni jumper. I've always kind of wanted one, and this one was like the perfect one. I just think that everything about it is perfect. I like the style of the font. I like that it's grey. I feel like it's very easy to wear, neutral color. I like the little emblem in the middle, logo, shield, whatever you call it. There's like little official merch logo tag. I don't really know much about this, but this looks pretty fancy for a university jumper in my opinion. But yeah, I thought it was cute, and it was definitely the nicer of the universities in my opinion. I chose a hoodie instead of a, like, how do you call it, like a sloppy Joe shirt? I don't know what you'd call it, but I definitely prefer the look of the hoodie. I just think a hoodie is more my style. Anyway, going back to some random bits and bobs, we went to Wittard's, which I'd heard about online, that people love going in here and getting samples. So I showed my boyfriend, and then he got hooked, and he went into like all the different Wittard's and was trying all the different samples and all the different Wittard's, and we ended up getting one because this was our favorite between us, which we both agreed on unanimously that this was the superior Wittard's flavor. This is the sticky toffee pudding flavor of white hot chocolate. It's gorgeously indulgent with a lingering caramel creaminess. This is so yummy. This is genuinely the best Wittard's flavor. I mean, there were some really nice teas there as well, and you know, they had some other stuff, but we were into like hot chocolate because, I don't know, we just like some cozy vibes together, and this was easily the supreme flavor from them. They actually had so many gorgeous hot chocolates, and I feel like white hot chocolate is such like a sweet treat. Sorry, I'm putting on some more lip gloss, but yeah, that one was definitely our favorite flavor. The lip gloss I'm wearing is from Fenty Beauty. It's a Fenty Heat, and it's in the shade Fenty Glow, or Fenty Glow Heat, obviously. I'll show you the packaging. See, it's like Fenty Beauty Heat. Ooh. One more thing from makeup that I wanted to tell you guys about. So when I bought those setting sprays from Superdrug, they had a 3 for 2 deal. And so you had to get 3 products to get the deal, obviously. And I was going to get 2 setting sprays already, so I may as well get something else as well. And I was running out of powder, so I got this one. It's all rubbed off the top, so you can't really tell. It just looks like a pink blob. But this is the... oh gosh, it's rubbed off. This is the banana setting powder. Oh, perfect and set your look with the Studio London Flawless Setting Powder. And so I chose the shade Banana because I actually have a lot of like setting powders that are my skin tone, or setting powders that are translucent, but it's pretty rare that I get an actual banana setting powder. It's not too strong of a yellow where it's like, wow, that's really too yellow. Like, it's quite a neutral banana, to be honest. But it does still have that yellow undertone. I have a yellow undertone, so it doesn't really look too intense on me. And I'm glad I got it because it's actually a really, really nice setting powder, and I used it for like majority of the trip, honestly. It's really, really nice. There's quite a decent amount of product in here. I can't tell where it ends, but yeah, I feel like I have quite a decent amount left in here, and I've been using it for a while. So yeah, would totally recommend this setting powder. Honestly, my favorite things from Superdrug are the setting sprays and the setting powder. I really do feel like they're the top products for a reason. Yeah. Anyway, next, what will I talk about next? We went to Harrods, and we went twice. The first time, and I feel like I should have gotten these at Selfridges because the flagship store of Jellycats is in Selfridges, but we went into Harrods before we went to Selfridges, and so we saw these little marshmallows with their earmuffs on there, and I was so excited that I just bought these at Harrods. So yes, these are my marshmallow amusables from Harrods. And in Sydney, before we went on this trip, I'd finally just bought the original marshmallow amusables, which had been on my list forever, but they're always out of stock because they're so popular. And then after we just bought them, we went and bought them some wintry friends. I was stoked. I'd literally seen these online the night before because my algorithm, it knows me and it knew that I would like some little marshmallow jelly cats in their Christmas edition earmuffs. They're just so cute. And so, yeah, that's those. Give me a second. I'm just gonna, is this still running? Yes, it's still running. Okay, sorry, I was just messaging my friend because I have a friend coming to visit me in a bit. Anyway, I'll continue chatting with you guys because they're going to take a while to get here. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my marshmallow jelly cats. They're really, really cute. I'm really excited to like have them sitting with my original marshmallows and have like both versions, like the normal marshmallows and the wintry marshmallows all sitting together. I think the marshmallows are the best jelly cats out of all the jelly cats in my opinion, and if they make more marshmallows, I would get more marshmallows in future because they're so cute. Anyway, oh, I should talk about my top. I did a bunch of clothes shopping while we were in England, mostly Brandy Melville, but some other places as well. I'll show you the other places later, but I'm saving all of the Brandy Melville stuff for a big European Brandy Melville haul just because there's so much Brandy Melville stuff. I thought I may as well just make one video together separate to all the like specific country videos. Anyway, next let me talk about the other things we got from Harrods. I really want to get, so this is the like bag from Harrods. I really wanted to get a bear from Harrods, kind of like how I got the Ritz bear when we went to the Ritz in Paris. Like that is so cute to me. And I really wanted to get the Harrods bear. However, they'd recently gone viral on TikTok, so I wasn't able to because they were sold out, which I was super bummed about, but hopefully I'll be able to get one on my next trip. I did, however, get some little baggies. So these ones are so cute. They have a little clip on this end and you can just hang them from something. And they're so cute. They just have this print all over them. It just says Harrods. There's an actual picture of Harrods on them. And I just think this is such a luxurious, gorgeous looking print. I'm not sure what this building is. If anyone knows what this building is, please let me know because I don't recognize it. Both of these little bags have the same kind of like print. Pink and blue versions of the same thing. Inside the bags, there's some trinkets. Let me show you the trinkets. I'm so excited about these. Oh, they're so fun. It's like magnets and stuff. So these I bought from Camden Markets. These ones are all three bears, well, the official all three bears. I think they're cute. They're just like three different bears wearing like very iconically London or like England outfits. We've got a little like palace related ones. And then this one is a little policeman in the middle. This one is just I don't love this one as much, but it's fine. It's just like one that says underground. I kind of wanted to get a more official looking version of this that was like enamel, but you get what you get. And then I also got some key rings, or just one key ring really, but I'll show it to you. So this is a key ring that has a Big Ben on it. There's a little Big Ben, it's like golden. And then there's a little double-decker bus. And then there's a little phone box, and it's hanging from a little Union Jack heart. I just thought out of all the different keyring variants they were selling, there were so many because, you know, England's not like Paris where London's not like Paris, where Paris has the Eiffel Tower and that's the landmark. Like, sure, Big Ben is the landmark, but they really make a lot of merch for like the phone boxes or the underground, or like there's so many different variants of like iconically London things that there was a lot to choose from. But I feel satisfied that, you know, these bits were the most like London souvenirs that satisfied me. What else is in here? I also went to Miniso that was near Camden Markets as well, and I got this little Sylvanian family. She was so overpriced for what it was, but I collect the Choco Bunny family, and she's in a little, I felt like she was looking very Parisian, or at least she's looking a bit European. I mean, all of the Sylvanian family outfits are a bit European, but this particular outfit was giving Paris because she's in a beret, right? So anyway, got her. She's really, really cute. Love her so much. Excited to hang her with my other Sylvanian families, or let her meet my other Sylvanian families. I have a little pressed penny here. It's of the Natural History Museum in England, in London. Is this gonna focus? The Natural History Museum, if you didn't know, is my favorite museum in the world. I just think it's absolutely wonderful. I have a bunch of pins here as well. This one is a pin of the Natural History Museum. The front of it, if it's gonna focus. Sorry about the focus today, guys. I feel like usually it's a little better than this. This is like worse than usual, and I'm not even a pro. The other one I want to show you guys, this one is a Wicked pin because we went to see Wicked. It's my boyfriend's first musical. It was very exciting. It was my second time seeing Wicked, and it's fun seeing it since the movie has come out now for the first part, and it's fun to refresh what the second part is like in the actual musical before the second part comes out, because obviously the year is 2025. If you're watching in the future, the second part has not come out yet. So I'm very excited to watch part 2 of Wicked later on. And then we also went to see The Devil Wears Prada, which is in the West End at the moment. And it was so much fun. I wasn't going to get anything from The Devil Wears Prada just because I wanted to get the pin from Wicked because Wicked's my favorite musical ever. But then when I saw the pin for The Devil Wears Prada being in the little Prada logo, but the heel, the design is crazy. Their brains so big, so I was like, that's so cute and creative. I'm gonna get that. That's all the trinkets that's in here. The only things left in here is I have some pins from Brandy Melville's St. George store, which is one of the cafes, and so I have just some Brandy Melville pins that say St. George on them. I have 3 because I'm gonna, I don't know, stick them on different things. Speaking of St. George, this is another thing from St. George, which is the Brandy Melville cafe, as I just mentioned. I got the St. George London tote bag from the actual cafe, which was lots of fun. God, I think it was a coffee that I got there. I can't even remember now. I think I must have gotten a cappuccino. This is what the little brown paper bag looks like. It just says St. George London. And I got, that's right, the olive oil, the famous San Bartolomeo Family Farm extra virgin olive oil, the iconic Brandy Melville olive oil. Yeah, I'm excited about this. And I also got a cup, or a mug, I should say. So I just want to slide this back in because I don't want it to get all damaged. I don't want it to like fall over my floor or something. So this is the mug. They wrapped it so nicely for us. This stuff all smells like Brandy Melville as well. I don't think that just because it's a cafe, it's not going to smell like Brandy Melville. It smells like Brandy Melville. And they did have some other merch as well, but I didn't really want to get one of the tops or anything else there. I just wanted to get the mug and the tote bag because it's just like so iconically St. George London. And I feel like every time I drink out of this, it just looks so like, you know, it's so brandy. A brandy mug, like that's crazy. So yeah, that is the mug that came, well, that you can purchase at St. George in London. Just put that to the side. And then also, I mean, this is kind of random, but I'll share it with you guys as well. I kind of should save this for the other Brandy Melville haul, but this is the tote bag that comes free with purchase when you go to, what's the sister store of Brandy? Oh, the St. George store. Yeah, the St. George clothing store. So they have Brandy Melville, which is like the regular Brandy, and they also have St. George, which is like appealing to a slightly older audience. And so when you shop at St. George, they sell you like your items and then put it all into a bag like this. It just has a little Union Jack in the corner, which I thought was really, really cute. And it's just like another canvas bag, but this one's free. But they don't do stickers or anything there, just a canvas bag. But I still thought that was super cute and it's a little bit more grown up as well. I have another tote bag to share with you guys here. This is the very iconic Notting Hill shopping bag. I was thinking about getting a dupe when we were at Camden Markets, and my boyfriend was like, it's only a little bit more to get the real thing. Let's go to Notting Hill and get a real one. So we did. So this is the one that I got. I was umming and ahhing about the colors for so long, but this is their most iconic colorway in my opinion. I mean, they have a lot of different colorways and all of them are very iconic, but in my opinion, this is the most classic, classically their store. So yeah, I got the green with the pink, and I like that there's pink on it. Green's very trendy right now. I feel like Matcha has made green like such a thing. But yeah, it's just a tote bag. I got so many tote bags on my trip. My boyfriend was like, do you really need that many tote bags? And I was like, yes. Anyway, that's that. Next, this is a map from the Natural History Museum. This is a little bag from Glossier that is very exciting to me because every time I've ordered from Glossier online before they came to Australia's Mecca, like physical stores, they never sent my items in the very famous and iconic pink bubble wrap bag. So I was stoked to receive my items from the store in England in the pink bubble wrap bag. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's so like classically Glossier. I kind of wish they'd give me stickers. They gave me 0 stickers. I wish I had stickers so I could stick them on the front so it'd be like so Glossier, but that's life. We also went to Daunt Books. So this is the Daunt Books book bag, which is really, really high quality actually. They had some variants in store. They had one that was a little bit more simplistic, like a little bit more like this with a print on the front. However, and I think my boyfriend's brother's girlfriend has that bag, which is cute. I got this version when we were there because it just seemed like really sturdy and the most classic variation of the bag in my opinion. They did have the same bag with the same image on the front printed in gold, which was like so luxe looking and looked really nice, honestly, very like classic as well. But I just felt like this was the OG. In my mind, this was what the OG looked like. So I went for this one in the end. I was umming and ahhing for ages and everyone was like, hurry up. Well, my boyfriend and I felt like I should hurry up. This is actually made by Rewrap, which I believe also does the Lush tote bags. And I love their tote bags because they have little like, I love when tote bags have little slides in the side. How do I describe this? The tote bag is not just one big empty bag. There is this little pocket on the side of the bag that goes down all the way, and it is just like a little pocket on the side. So this whole part of the bag is one little pocket and it ends about there. This is the perfect size for like a phone or something. Just slot it down the side of the bag. There is another compartment which I can flop out to show you guys, like this, just hanging in there, and you could put like your wallet and your keys in that one so they don't get mixed up amongst all like your books and laptop or whatever. But I do really like this bag. I feel like it's a very, very practical one compared to some of the others as well. Not to like rag on this bag or anything, but this one's more just like a classic tote bag where you don't really have any compartments or anything. I really appreciate when they have at least one compartment. The other one I wanted to talk about with this is there is a little like tab that's sewn in. You could hang like your key rings from there so that you can have your keys separated at the top, like hanging there. Love it when the book bags do that. I think it's really a nice detail. The last bits, okay, we're in the home stretch, guys. This is a really, really long video. I just have a lot of stuff that I got in England to share with you guys. I did a lot of shopping because one of the days we were supposed to go to Stonehenge and our tour group got cancelled. I did a bit of shopping on that day instead, as you can tell. Anyway, this was the book that I got from Daunt Books. I've been reading her books for a while now, Otessa Mosfe, and this is Homesick for Another World. I really like some of her more popular books. Are, it was really popular like 2 years ago, I want to say. It was like viral all over my pages. My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I've also read Eileen from her, and I'm kind of part the way through another one of her books at the moment, but I just thought this was fitting because I don't have this book currently, and we're on holiday, so Homesick for Another World I thought was kind of a fun choice of book to buy while we're there. I also got British Vogue. I did not buy this at Daunt Books. I just bought this at a pharmacy somewhere. Just like, you know, classic British Vogue. I have 2 more things to share with you guys, and then I believe that is everything, and I hope I'm not forgetting something. I'm sure I'm... Oh, here's something that I was going to forget, definitely. This is from Urban Outfitters, which I didn't know that in England there's Urban Outfitters. I'm very jealous because I really wish that we had Urban Outfitters here. Anyway, this is an Awala. I did accidentally, well, not accidentally. I accidentally broke my water bottle while we were there. And then Veen also broke it, and then we were both breaking it. And so my water bottle that we took with me, which was from Kmart actually, died in later on in the trip. But I knew I wanted to replace it. So I got this Awala while we're on the trip. This is the Awala Free Sip in the 32 Oz size, which is 945 mils, so just under a litre. And this one is very, very viral because of the bows on it. This is like a very popular style of Awala. I remember seeing this on TikTok and being like, oh my gosh, I wish we had Awalas in Australia because I really want that pattern. But it's an Urban Outfitters exclusive pattern. I think it's so beautiful. And this is how it looks. It just seems really practical. I like the... I like that you're able to either drink out of the thing and just drink out of that, or use this as a straw. I find that duality really cool. I think it's cute that you can carry it by this thing. I like that this is like a little bit rubberized, so it's got a bit of grip. I think the straw's even pretty, got a lot of space in there. The opening hole's not too small to fit a hand if I want to like wash it out inside or anything. Yeah, I just think that overall it's a very pretty water bottle as well. A couple of my colleagues have Awalas. I'm probably not going to turn this into my work water bottle because I do have a water bottle that I currently leave at work. But this might become a new adventuring water bottle that I'm very excited to have. So yeah, a Lala water bottle. And then I have 2 pairs of pants to share with you guys. The first pair I got from Victoria's Secret on Oxford Street. And this is from the Love Shack Fancy Victoria's Secret collaboration, which is so cute. They just look like this. They are plain pink, kind of like leggings that are wide leg leggings. And then I'll show you the back because that's what's so cute. They had this fold over waist and the back has this bow and it says pink, which is so cute. All in rhinestones. And then the little tag there just says pink Love Shack Fancy. What size did I get? I got a size small. I think that was the smallest size they had in stock in the store. And then this is what the tag looks like. It's so cute with the little pink Love Shack Fancy with the little bow there. Love all like the bows and the Love Shack Fancy vibes. They actually had a Love Shack Fancy next to the St. George store, which is like, you know, the grown-up version of Brandy Melville. They actually had, yeah, a Love Shack Fancy. However, it was closed by the time we got there, which is fine. This is the last thing I had to share with you guys. This one is from Muji, and this is actually really exciting because I have wanted these pants since when we went to Japan, but they were out of stock in Japan the whole time we were there. They've been out of stock in Australia and in like most of the Asian countries pretty much the whole time since I've wanted them. And then I happened to find them in my size, which is an extra small. These are the Hakama pants from Muji in a size extra small in the black color, and they are so comfortable. They're absolutely gorgeous. They look exactly how I hoped they would, and yeah, they're just these wide leg kind of Hakama pants, which are a more traditional Japanese style, and I can't wait to style these with everything. I was so stoked that I was able to find them there, and me and one friend were looking for these pants, and they happened to have 2 in stock. However, I think the second pair didn't fit my friend because there were only 2 extra smalls left, and I don't think the extra small fit her, so I might get it back off her and like gift it to someone else, or I don't know. It's kind of a bummer that it didn't fit her, but I was very stoked that this pair fit me. She might get the she might be getting the elastic loosened at the back because the elastic is quite sturdy, so if she got it loosened it might be a bit better for her. But anyway, the moral of the story is I got some pants and my friend might have gotten some pants, or my friend might give those pants to someone else, or she might sell them, or I might gift them to someone else. The moral of the story is Muji Hakama pants. I'm so excited about them. Anyway, that was a huge video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the huge London and I guess European Brandy Melville haul. However, most of the Brandy Melville stuff is from London and from Italy. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me. If you are in England and you can buy me that thing from Glossier, let me know, because I was so disappointed when I was robbed of those 2 key rings, because I don't know, those were kind of the hardest things for me to replace. Passport, I can get a new passport. The leather handbag that was robbed from me, I could buy a new bag of the same bag because it was still in the area that I bought it from. But those key rings, I'm not in London anymore, so that was kind of a bummer. Anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can subscribe or follow me at EmilyTitch20 on Instagram. I'm also on Pinterest, Tumblr, Visco, where else is, I don't know, all the places, but mostly on Instagram and here. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time. Bye.